Okay, there we go, live for the FOMC minutes. Give me a few minutes, give me a moment here so I can prepare the last things for the stream, and then I will be diving into all of the content and into Bitcoin and Ethereum here ahead of the FOMC minutes. Give me a few minutes. Um, okay, just did a quick post on X that we are live, so all the people over there can be tuning in also. Now let me schedule some stuff. Okay, my mistake. I don't know what happened, but my total laptop just shut down. Everything shut down, but I think I'm back now. Unfortunately, also all of my charts are closed, so let me open some new things here. I don't know what happened here, but I think I'm back now. Let me open some charts here. 1 hourly. I don't know, maybe there's so much volatility upcoming that even my laptop can't handle the stress. Okay. But I think everything worked now. Bitcoin double top. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, that's amazing. Then we can be starting off here. Yeah, unfortunately, all of my tabs are gone now, so that's quite unfortunate. But I will try to open up some stuff which we can discuss. At what time do we know the Nvidia earnings? In 55 minutes we have the FOMC minutes, and then I think 4 hours later we have the Nvidia earnings. 3 or 4 hours later. I've just been posting about this a little bit earlier today. I will show you the exact times. I won't be waiting on the Nvidia earnings because for me now it's already close to midnight and the Nvidia earnings are like in the middle of the night for me, so that's not going to be doable. But let me quickly check it. Yeah, it's 3 hours later. It's 5 p.m. Eastern time and the 5 minutes into 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, sorry guys for this very rough beginning. I'm just making sure everything works now. I think it does, and also we have at the same moment we have a lot of stuff and news coming out actually. Trump says interest rates are too high and some other stuffs. Look, I think something which is very important which we just saw coming out, and that's something we will start to stream off with, and this is actually what I'm live streaming for. This is the most important thing for the crypto market now. We have the FOMC rate cut odds coming back down quite aggressively here, all the way back to about 30%, since we just saw the news coming out that the BLS, so the Bureau of Labor Statistics, did cancel the October jobs report. So that is indeed something which is making traders think that the Fed is not going to cut rates at the next meeting. and that is not looking that good. And now, of course, we have the FOMC minutes coming up, which are basically the notes of the last FOMC meeting. And there we can be seeing if the Fed is dovish, is the Fed hawkish, and the Fed or the market is expecting that the Fed will be hawkish in the FOMC minutes also. So I'm quite excited to see that, but this is definitely not looking very good here with the rate cut odds, and that's also the biggest reason why now, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum are putting in new lows. Here, going to the Ethereum chart. For hourly is not looking that good, I think. No, indeed, it's not looking that good. Putting in new lows, but it's purely because the rate cut odds are coming back down. And not only Ethereum Bitcoin, but also the US stock market, I think. And most definitely the Nasdaq. Thanks for the info, no problem. When Lambo, I think we need to wait a little bit. The market is not looking that good currently. Merci pour la video. I think it means thank you for the video, no problem. When is the rebound coming? Look, yeah, it's so unfortunate that I lost a lot of my charts, but I will be slowly opening everything back. I did want to talk about. When are we going to bounce? I did make, of course, an update video this morning once again. And I think a very interesting chart for this question is going to be this one. I think a bounce is going to be imminent. It's just going to be a matter of time and a matter of when. Because we do know that once Bitcoin breaks below the 50 weekly moving average in the post-halving years, we usually do see this relief bounce back to the top side. We have seen it in all of the post-halving years, so I don't think it's going to be much different, to be honest. The only question is just going to be how big of a bounce is it going to be? Are we going to get rejected once again to 50 weekly moving average? Because that would be another confirmation that indeed we are trading in a bear market. Let's see about that. But I think that the Bitcoin is very close to be putting in or to be creating somewhat of a local low here. And now also somewhat of a double bottom pattern here on the 1 hourly. And on the 1 daily, not really, of course, but it's interesting. So let's see about exactly that. But the most important thing are the rate cut odds, and that is why I do want to be live streaming all of the news here and all of the important stuff like the FOMC minutes. Tomorrow we have some employment data coming out, and that's what I do want to keep discussing. Now indeed the Nasdaq has also been coming down because today we started off quite good, or this was today actually, Wednesday 9th of November. We started off quite good here. We were in the green for the US stock market, and now we are back in the red because of the rate cut odds falling back to the downside. So also the US stock market coming down ever so slightly here. Coming back to the news, which, let me check this. Yeah, not only on the Fed watch tool, but also on Karshi and Polymarket, we can see that the rate cut odds 425 BPS rate cut are coming down quite aggressively here. $84K on the cards. It's possible. Let me draw out something we did discuss in the videos. Maybe it's also in some of my charts still. Let me check it out. No, it doesn't seem like it, but we will just make a new chart then. Because 84K, yeah, let's just look at the most important level. Let's open the volume profile. Let's use the visible range. And then let's see where we are heading next towards. We also have an yearly open, of course. There it is. So yeah, let's talk about the Bitcoin chart here. Let's talk about the Bitcoin chart here, because on the volume profile we can be seeing, and this is something I was quite scared of, and that's why we should also open up our trading positions now, because this is going to be very important. Okay, I quickly need to log in again. Give me a moment to do so, because I need to be on my trading positions now. I will just do this on my other screen. Okay, here we have my L bank trades. That's one. And let me also open my VX Bitcoin trades. Since Bitcoin is now doing something I was a little bit scared of, I must honestly say. Look, Bitcoin here. And then we should also be looking into our stop losses. 84, 88k. We still have two orders open here. 88k and 84k. Okay. Let's see what we can be doing here. Ethereum, okay. Perfect. Because I find it interesting that somebody is saying 84k on the cards, because I personally think the same. Looking at Bitcoin and the volume profile indeed. So we can open this one. Yeah, looking at the Bitcoin chart here, something which I was a bit scared for is happening now indeed. We were trading in this high volume zone here, also close to the yearly open, above the yearly open, and we did lose those levels. We kept slicing through all of these levels like it's butter basically. We just keep on falling lower, and now the next true high volume zone is indeed going to be that 84k level here, 83, 84k, where some support can possibly be laying. We should also be taking a look into the Bitcoin liquidation heat map maybe. Yeah, look at that. Bitcoin is also getting heavily shorted now from after 97 to 98k region on the 2 weekly. But maybe we should look at somewhat of the lower time frames, 48 hours. 94k is also big liquidity level. We have some liquidity stacking up below us here. Let's look at 1 month. Liquidity heat map is showing us that that there's not that much liquidity left at the downside here, so I would say that's quite positive, to be honest. I think it's possible, but I also feel like Bitcoin is coming close to finding a bottom, and ultimately you can stay saying, oh, Bitcoin is going to drop lower, 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 but as you're going to keep hoping for lower prices, ultimately we are going to see somewhat of a bounce here. It could be a relief bounce, a very small bounce, but it's going to happen soon because Bitcoin is so and so oversold now. It should be happening soon. Also on the daily, if you look at the RSI now, it's like crazily oversold. Look, we always bounce at these levels. So yeah, I think something similar is going to happen once again, to be honest. We could go a little bit deeper. I think 84k is going to be the worst case scenario before Bitcoin is going to see somewhat of a bounce. Okay, but it's quite interesting on the RSI on the daily. We are indeed getting very oversold. Update on the trading positions here, which is going to be an important one. I see that I still have 2 trades open because I was closely managing my trades. I did put some stop losses here, and now I'm still in my 93 and 98k Bitcoin orders, 100k and 103k both closed, which I think is going to be better risk reward wise. From here I'm just going to, I don't really care that much if these trades are going to get stopped. I'm potentially looking into opening some new ones to catch the relief rally, but I'm not in a rush to do so. Let's see what we can be doing here, but now we are still in these trades, which are also the biggest ones, because this is still, what is it? About 90k position here, which is quite nice, and the Ethereum position is much smaller, so I'm not that scared about it. I still have a 2.8k limit order open. I was far later with scaling into ETH. I think 2.8k is going to be an interesting level, and it seems like we are coming quite close now here for ETH, so that looks good in my opinion. Let's see if we can be filling the order. And the thesis behind this Ethereum trade is simply going to be, if Bitcoin is going to see this relief bounce, Ethereum is going to follow, and it's probably going to bounce a little bit more aggressively, I personally think. So that's why I keep my trade position here open also. But yeah, let's see. Market is looking rough. Yeah, like I said in all of the videos, I'm just closely managing my positions. I'm willing to take a little bit of a loss here because it are very risky trades. So let's see. I think Ethereum is looking a little bit better here. And guys, if you do want to join me with the trading positions, want to start trading Bitcoin and crypto yourself during the dip, you can now claim a 50% deposit bonus and a generous refund on Lbank, a deposit bonus up to 2.5k and a generous refund up to 5k. So make sure to come and check it out. I will quickly show where you can be claiming the offer on the YouTube channel here. Let me show it on my latest video, or actually I can be showing it under the live stream itself here. There you can be claiming the offer on Lbank, 50% deposit bonus, $100 voucher, and a generous refund on your first trading position. It's still available for a few days here, and like I was also explaining in today's update videos, I think, of course, these are very risky trades, and you should know for yourself. But I think I do want to be longing Bitcoin in fear. I do want to be longing Bitcoin at support and not at resistance. So I think this is for me going to be a moment where I do want to scale in a little bit regarding leverage trading positions, because I think there is potential upside, and you don't want to be doing it in quite a large move up. Of course, you can also be looking into shorting the market here. I know a lot of people are also getting interested in that. Also in our private VIP Telegram group, a lot of people are now shorting the market, which I think is which is of course also a possibility and something you can be doing so. But yeah, I will wait a little bit for that to see a true trend confirmation of the bear market trend reversal. But make sure to check out the bonus. If you're getting interested in that, you can claim it with the link in the description on the update video. Because yeah, crypto market is falling hard and we can be buying the dip here. Back towards the subject of the video, in about 29 minutes we have the FOMC minutes report dropping, so I'm quite excited. It's going to be a very important report for the rate cut odds. The rate cut odds can be dropping even lower than this, because today we have been dropping a lot because of the October jobs reports not going to come out. This was news just hitting the market. We keep on coming down now, so this is not looking very good. And this is the reason why Bitcoin and Ethereum are also coming down here. And the FOMC minutes report in about half an hour here is going to be another important data point for the rate cut odds. So let's see, and that's why I'm live streaming it also. And for the people interested, indeed, later this evening we are also going to see the Nvidia earnings, and that's also a highly anticipated earnings report for the stock market, but just for markets in general. Because I was just looking into this and the Nvidia chart. Let me quickly open it. Because you can clearly see that we are trading on some important support first of all, and I think, I don't know if it's the weekly, I don't chart stocks that much. Yeah, indeed, we are trading on the 100 daily moving average on the daily time frame here. On the weekly we're not even close to that level yet, but on the daily we are indeed on important support level for Nvidia. So it's probably also going to be somewhat of a turning point. Is Nvidia going to flip bearish or not? At the moment we have somewhat of a doji candle, so very indecisive actually. I guess Powell is part of the problem. Next year we will get aggressive rate cuts because of the US debt paybacks. I think we will indeed get aggressive rate cuts. I don't know, it will be because of US debt paybacks. I think it will be because we are going to have another Federal Reserve chairman. And actually I just saw some news coming out about this, because Trump keeps on talking about that. Um, I think he just said that he's considering Scott Bessent as a new federal chair. But also, if you're going on Poly Market, there you can see that we probably have Fed Waller as the next chairman. So what I do want to say with this, we have a new Fed chairman coming up, and I think that is going to be a bigger reason we are going to get rate cuts in 2026. I've posted, or we on Mini Crypto Rover, we have been posting about this subject for the last couple of months. It was very obvious that this was going to come. Fed chair candidate Waller, which is also, he's also very bullish on Bitcoin and crypto, and he has been super dovish for the last few months. So let's see. Yeah, in some Fed minutes he also showed his support for crypto. He's keen on the Fed to cut rates. High chance he becomes the next chairman. You're not bullish enough. So I think indeed we are going to get more rate cuts, but purely because Trump is just going to put a very dovish precedent in place, because he does want more rate cuts himself. He has just been calling for it once again. He's just been calling for it once again. Wall Street just is a tap ahead of the Nvidia earnings after the bell. TikTok. December rate cut odds plunged about 30% as the market loses a key data insight. Yeah, it's quite insane. It is quite insane. Also, for December rate cut has fallen to new lows after the BLS announced that the October jobs report will not be published, and the November jobs report has been rescheduled to December the 16th. So I think this is about the jobs report of tomorrow, but I can't be finding like the confirmation of it. So I don't know if we are going to get this jobs report tomorrow. Then I don't think so. Then I also know if we are going to get an unemployment rate. Let's see. It's still a little bit unclear to me. But I think I will be live streaming regardless to discuss it. Okay, and then let's dive back towards the Bitcoin charts. Well, because Bitcoin is just continuing. Bitcoin is just continuing to move down. Ethereum is doing the same. Starts to look interesting here, maybe. Depends on where we are going to see him bounce. Let's see. Alright, we have the FOMC minutes report dropping in 32 minutes from here. Let me see if we can be discussing some more stuff. Like stated, I will be live streaming more events this week. We have now the FOMC minutes. Then tomorrow, I don't know specifically yet, but scheduled was the unemployment rate and jobs report. And then on Friday, we have some inflation data coming out also. So important data once again. And I'm excited that we are getting some data once again, because it is indeed giving the market some clarity. But for now, not really the clarity we were hoping for. Mm. Let me. It's interesting though what ETH is forming here, potentially in falling wedge. Looks interesting. Potentially. Let me also. Yes. But if you have some questions in the chat, make sure to drop them. And that is potentially a relief. Just quickly checking what the people in our group are doing and what the sentiment is. Maybe nice to give you guys somewhat of an insight for the people that don't know. We have our own trading group, our own community, me and Crypto Rover, 5 professional other traders in here. Here I'm also updating a lot faster on my positions in the market, on the decisions I'm making. For example, the stop losses I was setting on my Bitcoin orders. All of my decisions most of the times do come through here. And maybe I will be... Let me quickly check this, by the way. 88k. No, it's fine. It's fine. I will keep it like it is. I'm not going to change it now. But yeah, here I'm updating much faster because I can be doing so. It's easier to update here than on, for example, on YouTube. On X, it's much faster. So make sure to come and check it out and join the group if you're getting interested in that. You can do so with the link in the description under this live stream. I will quickly show it once again. There you can be joining the group. So make sure to come and check it out here, the VIP Telegram channel, because there we can be updating much and much faster. And what I did want to show was the profits, because I think we still have been making some good profits, because you can see it mostly short positions now. People are shorting the market a little bit more aggressively this week. So that's the good thing about the community. That's the good thing about different traders. There's also always opportunities to make new trades. Short, longs, we are trading at both sides of the markets, and that's the nice thing about the community. You don't have only me in long positions, for example. You also have others in scalp shorts, long-term shorts, long-term long positions, and a lot of other stuff. So very interesting to join there if you're getting interested in that. Then back to the Ethereum Bitcoin charts. It just keeps on dumping. I can't say that much about it, to be honest. We just keep on dumping. Rate cut odds coming back up ever so slightly here. Bitcoin is really weak here. Another low. Another low. President Trump again confirms at least a 2k dividend to middle class and low class Americans. The odds of the Fed not cutting rates in December surged to 68% also on Polymarket. Over 103 million in crypto longs liquidated in the past 60 minutes. And yeah, of course, each trading below the 2.9k mark. 2.8. Alright. Yeah, guys, if you have something for me, if you have a question now, make sure to ask it now, because now I can be answering it. I'm also looking into the VIP group if there are some questions there. I will be answering there also. But now it's going to be the moment, because we don't have much more currently. What we maybe can discuss for a little bit is the state of the US job market. This is something we also did talk about in yesterday's live stream. I think the US stock market is just not looking very good, because it shows continued sign of weakness to prevent unemployment from rising. I think eventually the Fed is going to cut more rates. It could be in December, it could be later. But I think the US job market is just not looking good over the long term. And of course, all of the latest data has been confirming that the US job market is cooling down, which is something the Fed does most definitely not want to see. That's why they will be cutting more rates eventually. And yes, actually yesterday we saw some initial jobless claims coming out. For tomorrow, also a little bit later on the day, we have some more jobless claims planned, I think. Because these were some delayed jobless claims here. And tomorrow we have some new jobless claims coming out. With the previous number, indeed, this 232k. And the forecast to be higher at 257k. So let's see about exactly that tomorrow. Let's see. Let's keep my positions here. The trade is about to get stopped out also probably. Oh no, maybe not. Let me see. We did come very close. Ethereum closing in on the final limit order. Closing in. Nasdaq turning green here after the pump and dump. Ethereum also bouncing back up ever so slightly. Bitcoin also a little bit now. But I would not be surprised if this is going to be a zone that Bitcoin does want to hunt for some more lower side liquidity. Also looking at all of the volume there. Now we are just in the very low volume zone. Which is normal because we don't have a lot of historical price data. Also the Fed cutting rates by 25 BPS fall to 32% on Kalshi. That is quite insane. That is quite insane. Nvidia. Also quickly share this post here as a reminder. I'm looking potentially into maybe the 84k zone is going to be an interesting zone to open some new orders. Let's look into it because we have been putting our stop losses tight. We have been minimizing losses. And we can potentially be opening new trading positions. We can potentially be opening some new ones. So that's a possibility. Okay. Yeah, I would just keep my eyes on the trades here. I don't have much more. I think the FOMC minutes is going to be the next market mover. Once again, if you do want to trade in L-Bank, Ethereum, altcoins, a lot of different pairs, make sure to come over to the description of this update video, claim your 50% deposit bonus up to 2.5k and your generous refund up to 5k on your first trading position and the 100 dollar voucher. Make sure to come and check it out here because we have some good opportunities. Even though if you don't want to be trading now, you can be claiming the bonus and can be making use of it later, for example. Just make sure to claim the bonus. There's not much, there's probably not much to lose, but no way financial advice, of course. Always some risk involved with trading, but a bonus is definitely going to help you manage that. Look at this. Let's see if the limit order is going to get filled. You will know exactly where Bitcoin stands in 17 days and 6 hours when the 34-day candle ends. You can thank me later. Why the 34-day candle? What candle are you talking about then? Or are you just talking about the monthly candle? Or are you just talking about the monthly candle? I don't know. In 15 minutes we have the FOMC minutes. 15 minutes, guys. I am quite excited. My expectation is going to be that it's going to be hawkish because that is what the big players are expecting. It's what the market is expecting. And but what we also can be seeing at the FOMC minutes, which I think is going to be important, is how many FOMC members were or did agree with the rate cut and which ones did not, because from there we can make an expectation of where the officials will see rate cuts going and what their vote is going to be for the next FOMC. Because now, reason why the rate cut odds have been coming down is because a lot of Fed officials have been talking against another 25 bps cut. So potentially if we can be seeing a change in that or a change in standpoint, we can be flipping a little bit more bullish again. Hey friend, long time no see. Long time no see indeed, I remember your name. How these news can affect the gold price? The FOMC minutes. It really depends. I don't think it affects the gold price that much, to be honest. Maybe a little bit. I think an hawkish report's always going to be better for gold. But to be honest, gold has been doing whatever it likes basically. It has been moving up almost the entire cycle. It has been moving up during bad times. It has been moving up during good times. It has been moving up when altcoins were outperforming. It has been moving up when altcoins were not outperforming. It has been moving with Bitcoin. It has been moving without Bitcoin. Gold has just seen its own cycle, I feel like. So I don't think this news is going to affect gold by that much, I would say. What I think for the gold chart itself is that it's not looking that good, to be honest. Because for gold, I would just quickly open the chart. If you're just going to look into the chart, no emotions involved, this does look, in my opinion, a lot like a textbook blow off top, a euphoria top, at now somewhat of a complacency move higher and potentially larger drawdown in the near future. Or we are going to see somewhat of a distribution range here And if that's going to be the case, it could also be turning out bullish once again, because here, of course, we saw something different. We should not forget about it. And since, like I was stating, that gold is just doing whatever it likes, you know, we should not count it out. We should not count it out also. Why is the rate cut at only 33%? Now it was like 30% a couple hours ago. I will exactly tell you why. It was because the BLS, so the Bureau of Labor Statistics, did announce that the October rate cuts or the October jobs report is not coming out. And that's the exact reason why the rate cut odds are now coming down ever so slightly. Thanks, friend. You don't short crypto Bitcoin. Your forecast for crypto totally invalidated. Look, I think a potential interesting short level for me is going to be a relief. If you are going to see a relief bounce, and if you can be moving back to the 50 weekly moving average, I think there I will be looking into adding some shorts, to be honest. But now I personally think that Bitcoin is coming close to a bottoming zone, so I don't see very good risk reward in opening a short position now. I should have been doing it earlier, but I don't really care that much, to be honest. I think if you're going to see a relief rally, rejection at the 50 weekly moving average, there I'm potentially opening a short position. So they likely won't cut rates because they have no idea about the job market data. Exactly, that's what it is. That is exactly what it is. And I understand it, because how can you be making big decisions based on nothing, based on no data? It's of course going to be super risky doing so, and Powell is someone that definitely does not like to take a lot of risk. So I understand it, to be honest. But it's just so unfortunate that we are not going to see the rate or the jobs report coming out. It's very unfortunate, but that's the biggest reason why we have seen the rate cut odds dropping. Okay, it's dropping in 9 minutes now. Oh, I get it. Well, we won't see a blow of top this year. That's now almost guaranteed. If the Nvidia's earnings are below expectations, it's a confirmed bear market at this point. I think if the Nvidia earnings are below expectations, the stock market is going to tank like crazy, probably. But let's see. For now, it's still looking good. And I don't think there's much reason to assume that Nvidia is not going to beat their earnings because the market is most definitely expecting it. I will just be taking a quick pee before the FOMC minutes is going to come out, and I will grab a water. Make sure to stay. FOMC minutes is going to drop in the next 7 minutes here. Make sure to stay. I will just grab some water and take a quick pee. Okay, I'm back. Let me. Perfect. We have it dropping in 4 minutes from now. 4 minutes, so I will now just keep my eyes on the notifications. If you have something dropped in the chat, I will just keep my eyes on here so we can be reading the Fed minutes as early as possible. Okay, any moment now. It should be out now. I don't see much coming out yet. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay. Let me refresh. We now have everything coming out. Okay. Many participants suggested on their outlooks it would be appropriate to keep rates unchanged for the rest of the year. Several said one rate could well appropriate. Many said as likely not appropriate. Okay. So the Fed is hawkish. Okay, just dropped a quick post. Also, I will dive over to it now. It's basically what we have been predicting. I will quickly switch over to my own account here. Look. Here we have it. FOMC minutes. Many saw in December rate cut as likely not appropriate, and a few officials did see another rate cut as appropriate. So the majority of the Fed does not want to cut rates in December. So probably let's see what the rate cuts are doing. Remain the same, moving a little bit up, but this is just like expectations, the FOMC minutes. And let me see if we had more. If we have more stuff. Um, I think this is the most important thing about FOMC minutes this time. Oh, interesting. Fed minutes, several participants highlighted the possibility of a disorderly fall in stock prices, especially in the event of abrupt assessment of AI related prospects. Which something I find very interesting. I just wrote a quick tweet about it. Is that in the Fed minutes we see that some officials warn for a possible drop in the stock market if AI expectations are suddenly revalued. So if AI stocks are going to fall from here, the Fed is concerned about this, and I think that is because if AI stocks like Nvidia or other big stocks are going to fall, like 90% of the people in the USA are heavily invested in the stock market and, for example, Nvidia. So I think if the AI bubble is going to burst, QE is going to start, and the Fed may need to bail out these AI companies. So I think this is going to be a very interesting topic in the next few weeks. More and more people will start to talk about this because now in the Fed meetings, also seeing this, it is once again a confirmation that the officials know the market is overvalued. The Fed knows it, and AI stocks are seems to be overvalued. There is some bubble. The only question is going to be when it's going to burst. Of course, nobody knows. I You can stay calling for it to burst, but I think it's just a very interesting signal in the market here. So just wanted to quickly show this. Does it mention what Waller was thinking? No, not specifically. It's just mentioning what several Are thinking maybe something like that could be coming out later. Several participants were against the rate cut. Labor market cooling due to US government shutdown. Okay, I think we have the most important stuff. Okay, yeah, I think we have the most important stuff now. For the FOMC minutes, one final time I will read through them. Um, just like expected, rate cut odds 32. Bitcoin keeps on continuing falling lower. Quite insane. Powell will crush the markets further, I guess. It seems like the Fed's not going to cut rates in December for now, but I must say still a lot could change up to this. We still have some important data points coming out. Like tomorrow we have some more important data coming out, so it's not over yet. We still have some time to go. Don't panic too much now. We still have some time left. Bitcoin probably I will keep one order open. Ethereum, my limit order is maybe going to get filled tonight. Let's see. Just to end the live stream, guys, I think we did discuss the most important stuff of the FOMC minutes. Most of the Fed officials don't want to see another rate cut, so this is going to stay like it is for now. One important thing, if you do want to start trading yourself, Bitcoin, altcoins, all of these important pairs here, make sure to come over to the link in the description of this update video. There you can claim that 2.5k deposit bonus and that 5k generous refund on your first trading position. Make sure to go and check it out. If you're getting interested in that, you can claim with the link here. Also plus one $100 voucher. And make sure to join the VIP Telegram channel. If you do want more updates in real time, I will just quickly be writing another update here for the VIP channel and for the community members after the live stream. Thanks, dude. No problem once again. I hope you guys did enjoy it. For me, it was a little bit too late, so I must say I'm a little bit tired. Maybe I was not talking as much as you guys are used to. But yeah, I think we have the most important stuff, which is that many saw December rate cut as likely not appropriate. So it seems like it's not going to happen for now. But let's see. Still a lot could change. Don't panic too much. Get some sleep, take some rest, and the markets will eventually be bouncing back up. And for now, I will be ending today's stream. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you guys within tomorrow's update video once again. And then later on the day, another live stream of some important data. I will see you guys there. Have an amazing evening. And yeah, see you guys later.